Okay, today we're going to go over a few problems, just a few review problems of division with a mixed number and a regular remainder. Remember, a mixed number remainder helps us give away everything that we have. We're not going to keep any for later. We're going to distribute everything we have to everyone or to all of our groups equally. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my steps on the paper. And I'm also going to put our question on the paper. Okay. Then I'm going to give you a division problem. So the first one we're going to do is 2,598 divided by 16. And when you give your answer, I want you to make sure that you're going to give a regular remainder answer and a mixed number. Okay? So let's go ahead and get our multiples on the paper. I'm going to clear, clear, clear. I'm going to do 16 plus 16 equals, and that's going to give me my second one. Notice how I'm using my same hand that I'm writing with to hit equals, and that is going to help me to not go too fast and make sure that I get all of my numbers correctly. Also notice that my calculator is flat on my paper. I'm not holding it in my hands like a cell phone. That will help me make less mistakes as well. Move that aside. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my division problem. 2,598 divided by 16. Okay. First step, we're going to ask ourselves that question. How many groups of, always our divisor, 16 can I pull out of 2? 0. Multiply. 0 times 16 is 0. Subtract, bring down the 5. Okay, because I brought down, I'm going to go all the way back up and divide. Ask myself the question, how many groups of 16 can I pull out of 25? My multiples, there's 1, there's 2. Oh, that's too many. I'm going to jump back to 1. 1 group of 16. Multiply, subtract. 5 minus 6 is 1. Is 5 minus 6 1, you guys? No, it is not. We need to borrow. Don't forget to borrow. Don't let that throw you off. So we're going to borrow a 10 from the neighbor. That 2 becomes a 1, and my 5 now becomes, if I add 10, a 15. 6 minus 15, or 15 minus 6, I'm sorry, 9, and 1 minus 1 is 0. After I subtract, I brother bring down. We're going to go ahead and bring down the 9. Because I brother brought down, I'm going all the way back up to divide. Okay, ask me the question. Pause this and ask yourself the question. How many groups of 16 can I pull out of 99? Well, I'm going to check my multiples here. That's too much, so I'm going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My 6 goes up. I multiply and I get 96. Subtract, I get 3. Bring down the 8. Okay. How many groups of 16 can I pull out of 38? 1, 2, That's too much, so I'm going to jump back to 32. 1, 2. 16 times 2 is 32. Subtract, I get 6. Okay. There's nothing left to bring down here, but there is something to bring up. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our 6 up about halfway, and that's where we're going to give our regular remainder, just so we have both. And then we're going to bring this up the rest of the way to the tippy top. Remember, the 6, or the remainder that you're bringing up, becomes the top or the numerator of your fraction, and the denominator is always your divisor. Why? Because the denominator tells us how many pieces we're going to cut our cookie into. And we want to cut our cookie into 16 pieces because we have 16 people. So after I have both of these answers, I'm going to transfer them to over here. Now remember, when you fill in your blanks here, you need to have the whole quotient. You can't just put the remainder here because that's not an answer. So let's do regular remainder first. So we know it's R6, but we need the quotient too. Quotient is answer to a division problem, so we need our whole number and our remainder. So 162, remainder 6 cookies. And then for our mixed number, remember a mixed number is a whole number, so there's 162 and 6/16. Okay. Let's just take a second and check it. We know we did the fraction portion right, but we can check it using this number. So let's take our whole number times our divisor. So here's our check. 162 times 16 is, pull my calculator here, 162 times 16 is 2,592, and we're going to add 6 plus 6. 2,598. Does that check out? Yes, it does. Okay, so we're going to do one more. Do one more here. I'm going to re-put my steps down. And I'm going to rewrite this question. Okay. Oh, remember you're going to give a regular remainder and a mixed number as your answer, because I want 2. Okay. So here is our division problem. 6987 divided by 20. We're going to do 20. It's divided by 20. Calculator for our multiples. So 20 plus 20, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200. Okay, I'm going to rewrite it. 6,987 divided by 20. Okay, let's start with our divide step and ask ourselves the question. How many groups of 20 can I pull out of 6? I know you're all saying 0 to me right now, so I'm going to throw a 0 up. I'm going to multiply, subtract, bring down the 9. Okay? How many groups of 20 can I pull out of 69? I'm going to go to my multiples here. 80 is too much. I'm going to jump back. 1, 2, 3. 60 subtract, I get 9. Then I'm going to bring down the 8. Go ahead and pause the video right here, you guys, and try to finish this one on your own. Okay, how many groups of 20 can I pull out of 98? I'm going to jump on down. That's too much. I'm going to jump back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 80. Bring down the 7. How many groups of 20 can I pull out of 187? 180. 200 is too much, so I'm going to jump back. That's 9. 180. Subtract. I get 7. Okay. Nothing left to bring down, so I'm going to bring my 7 about halfway up to give my regular remainder. It's very good that it's there, so when we need to check, we can use that. And then we're going to bring it up to the tippy top of our fraction, and our denominator is our divisor, 20, because that's how many people we're giving our cookies to. Okay? Then I'm going to transfer to the side. So I have my regular remainder here, so I need my whole number, 349, remainder 7, and then my mixed number, remember, is a whole number and a fraction, 349 and 7/20. Go ahead and take a second to